We live in a freaky world nowadays. Some might even say we're in a freak epidemic. Just the other day I was on Twitter and I saw that Fire Emblem was trending, and I'm a casual fan, so I wanted to see what people were saying about the new game that they announced. I clicked on it, and the things I saw. The way I was flashed, off reflex I just hit Control-Shift-N. But it got me thinking that being a freak used to have some class to it. I feel like classy freaks were a dying breed, so I wanted to highlight some characters that got a little bit of freak in them, and some who might just break the scale. And the scale I'm using, I don't know. Let's go from 1 to Freak Bob.
It's Freak Bob.
Starting off light, we got Alphys from Undertale. I feel like she's a given on this list because of her personality. She's shy and introverted, but she's also very passionate about her hobbies like gaming, anime, fan fiction, shipping. The term shipping should already just set off the alarm bells in your head. That's the starting point, the entry point into being a freak elite. And I feel like that's exactly the reason why she's on this list. And if you know somebody with these exact tastes, don't say I didn't warn you. So on the freak scale, she gets a modest 3. Moving on next, we got Carmelita Fox. She's known for being the best and brightest on the force, but that doesn't seem to extend to her personal relationships. She's a cop, but she's known to do this cat and mouse chase with Sly, who's a notorious thief. I was originally gonna put both of them on this list, but Sly, he doesn't really seem to hide that little freak inside of him. He just kind of does what he wants. It's also been stated before that they've dated, or they had like some sort of fling going on at least.
I am looking for... I don't know what I'm looking for. I do know what I am not looking for. I am not looking for a conniving, two-bit thieving raccoon! I should say that I've spent the last few years in a very dysfunctional relationship.
And usually, if you're getting down with somebody like that, you're probably one and the same, you know, 2 peas in a pod, as they say. And to really prove that she just does this for the love of the game, since she's an Interpol officer, she was tasked with guarding some gold. She's the only one with the key to the gold. But if you watch right here, you'll see it play out in real time of Sly doing his thievish thing, trying to get this key. So he disguises himself and walks straight up to her. As the dapper man he is, he goes ahead, he lays on a little bit of charm, and ends up taking the key. And when she notices, what does she do? She sits there and smiles. And that's a freak smile if I've ever seen one. It honestly looks like she's trying not to bite her lip and chase after that man. She just can't separate business and pleasure. So on the freak scale, I'm gonna give her a 5 because she loves the chaos, she just doesn't want to admit it. Now we have the merchants from Resident Evil. These are clearly people you would run the other way if you saw it in an empty parking lot. First, the Resident Evil 4 merchant. I'm gonna be honest, I still haven't played RE4, but every time this guy pops on my screen, I just know he's someone that bumps in the night. From the way he just pops up wherever he wants and the way he even opens his jacket, I know he was a flasher in a past life. But I think you get the point, so I'm gonna move on to the other one, the RE8 merchant. See now, the Duke, he's a different story. In a past life, he was probably a Discord mod. See, with him, I feel like if you had a bag of chips, he would ignore it, and afterwards, he would ask to lick the Cheeto dust right off your fingers. That's the freak vibe I'm getting off of him. And I say this because he has weird hobbies. Like in the game, he'll literally buy the dead remains of the enemies you defeat, all while letting his dogs hang out like it was a normal Sunday. And so, because Resident Evil likes to make their merchants freaky collectively, I gotta rate them 1 step away from Freak Bob, so they get a 9. Next up is Walrider from Outlast. His appearance alone gives his nature away. A faceless creature with no defining features except 12-pack abs. He floats around this abandoned laboratory with his tummy on full display. You're probably thinking to yourself, he's a ghost. Why would he need to wear clothes? Mind you, he has a whole skeleton form which is way scarier to chase you in. But instead, he chooses to chase you like a Calvin Klein model. His appearance isn't the only thing about him. The way he interacts with people is crazy too. In the lore, he's a parasite that moves from host to host. One time even taking over a whole colony of ants. You know his body count is through the roof then. Not to mention on how he did this guy in. He was really giving him back shots of doom. All in all, he'll get a 7 on the scale. Vault Boy being on here is no surprise. He's someone that just lets any and everything happen to him, and he's always fine with it. Every time we see him, he's either being blown up, melted, sacrificed, or some other strange phenomenon. Because of that, he's always giving off strange vibes, like I knew he was a freak, I just couldn't prove it. That was until they dropped that Fallout TV show. When it premiered, we also got some extra content with Vault Boy. These were just extra little tidbits about the Fallout universe, so there wasn't really anything that important until I saw a crucial piece of information. In one of these extras, they showed Vault Boy in a company setting. They talked about moving up in the workplace and networking, and he was just there to meet some other companies. But that's when he started connecting with some more than others. And right there is when I got my confirmation. Cause that frame right there caught him in 4K. There he was, lying right there, taking a puff next to the Nuka-Cola bottle. And that's when I knew he stuck his dick in a bottle.
Got him.
But you might be thinking, oh nah, that's just, normal freak activities. Who hasn't done that before? But here's the kicker. To put the final nail in the coffin, we see him put a new picture beside his desk of him and the Nuka-Cola bottle. He was here having flashbacks while at work about that night. Just look at how and where he's touching on that picture. And to be honest, I don't know why the photographer was taking a picture while the bottle was busting, but no doubt about it, he's definitely strange and he's definitely a freak. So Vault Boy is getting an 8.5 on the scale. But there's the list. There's some more freaks I had in mind, but you get the picture. Some are tame and others you might want to stay away from. But just remember to keep it classy, you freaky animals.